Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, it's the kids' turn to chase deer at Soggy Acres Signature Lodge. From archery to gun, we'll follow along as they try to connect on a deer and hopefully take a first buck. And the great part about hunting at our lodge, you just never know when a duck hunt might break out. Stay tuned for Sporting Dog Adventures coming up next.
Hey, pretty mama, go and grab the scatter gun. Ramo's looking like he's got one more good run. Sips a little shaky, but his heart is still true. Oh, how that dog loves hunting with me and you. Sporting Dog Adventures, run, boy, run. Everything you need is here under the sun. Everything you need is here under the sun.
As a father of 3 boys, fall has become a busy time of year. From school to sports to girls to everything else being a young person, we're constantly trying to help the kids find balance. The weeks leading up to Wisconsin youth deer season are spent scouting, hanging stands, trail cameras, and getting the blinds ready. Oh, and then there's that little thing called football too. Mornings after a game come early, really early if you're part of a hunting family. In Wisconsin, youth deer season allows kids under the age of 16 to use a gun in the field for 2 days. Now, Cole is 15, so he's going to take a rifle. Clayton was already 16, but we still put him out, which is legal as long as he wears blaze orange, with his crossbow. Although the boys dozed off several times during the hunt, they didn't miss much. The weather had the deer hunkered down, and movement was at a minimum.
Been kind of slow this morning. We did see a doe and 2 fawns, but the doe got spooked, so we're just waiting to see if any big bucks are gonna walk out. Hopefully it speeds up a little bit.
It's raining, it's windy, it's cold. I need a buck this year so bad. I want one so bad.
The morning hunt ended, and the boys headed in to rest and regroup. The weather system kept the temperatures hot, apparently too hot for Clayton as he prepped for the afternoon hunt.
Do I look stoic, Dad?
It's pretty hot and humid out here today. We're on a different food plot for the evening, so hopefully it's a little better than the morning. We got corn to the right, and it's pretty obvious that the deer want to be here. Seems like it's going to be a good spot.
We're coming out at about 4 o'clock. We're going to sit till dark on day 1. There's a big buck that we saw on camera on our property, so we're hoping we'll get lucky and he'll walk in on us. It's a really windy day though, so that might be a problem, but we're just hoping for the best.
First encounter of the night, we saw 2 fawns out in the field. We figure since they're both yearlings, we could probably get a better option on shooting them, and I decided not to. Gonna wait and hopefully buck or a nice doe walks out.
The wind continued through the afternoon. About an hour before dark, the skies opened up and a huge storm hit. Once the storm was over, the rain lifted and the deer started to pop up heading for food. Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, Clayton has a mature doe in his sights. Can he make the shot? We'll also bring you a training tip on blood tracking with your dog. All this and more coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures. Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by Heavy Shot, Kansas Department of Wildlife, Parks and Tourism, Waterfowl Wading Systems, Big Dog Mowers, Mech Shooting Sports, The Real Decoy and Fold'em Gear, My Lime Test, Liberty Safe, Boucher Automotive, Conquest Scents, Ahern Mechanical and Fire Protection Contractor, Hadel's Game Calls, American Landmaster, Bradley Smoker, Camel Systems, Argo, and Four Rivers Layout Boats.
So take me along, take me for the ride. 'Cause when we're together, I'm alive inside. And by all the things you do, your love always shines through. Yeah, all I ever want is you.
Whether you're looking for a champion for the couch or the field, everyone deserves a Soggy dog. For over 60 years, Mech Shooting Sports has been designing, building, and servicing the best shot shell reloaders in the world. Every machine is made with the quality and reliability you expect from Mech products, including the new Clay Target line. The Mech Clay Target machines deliver unrivaled precision and consistency, all at a price you can afford. From the reloading bench to the field, Mech Shooting Sports is the brand you trust. Visit mechshootingsports.com. We wake early, set our decoys, then sit in single-digit temperatures all day. It's why Waterfowl Wading Systems is my wader of choice. The system is designed to keep you warm in the coldest of weather while also allowing for comfort and free movement. Other great features include the ammo holder, lined hand warmer, and boots with cinch-down buckles. Add in top-notch customer service, and it's clear why Waterfowl Wading Systems stands alone in the wader market. Decked. Work smarter, play harder. This segment of Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Welcome to this week's training tip. This week we're going to show you that you can teach an old dog new tricks. There are several dogs in my kennel that we are working with on shed hunting and blood tracking. We just got Pappy back from running competition. He was in hunt tests, and we're going to teach Pappy how to track an animal that is bleeding and use him in the field up at Soggy Acres Signature Lodge for when we hit deer. So Pappy is 5 years old. We're going to use the blood tracking scent from Conquest Scents, and we're going to liberally coat them on bumpers that have been washed, as well as using boots that are scent free. You want to make sure that you have your boots and bumpers all scent free so that they're washed thoroughly, because the key is to have the dog find the scent, which is our Conquest blood scent, and just the scent. Happy. Now that we have our bumpers liberally coated with the Conquest blood trail scent, we're going to actually just play a game with Pappy. We're going to throw the bumper multiple times. Pappy. We're going to have him retrieve it. This teaches the dog the scent in association with the bumper and lets them understand that's what they're looking for. It's a fun game. He thinks it's fun, and it is something where he will associate the scent with the bumper and fun, and then use that when he goes out in the field. Good boy. Next, we're going to do a scent drag with the bumper, and again, make sure that you have scent-free boots. Now, Pappy is an established upland dog. He's done some great pheasant hunts in the past, so scent trailing will be easy for him. If you have a younger dog, it's something where you want to do this and do shorter durations as well as lighter cover. Here we've got medium cover. We're just going to let Pappy jump right into it and then let him scent trail it. He was real successful in that one. It wasn't much of a challenge. So now we're going to move on to the longer one. Hunt it up. He ultimately overran it but then use the wind to come back and find his bumper with the blood trail scent. Good boy. Remember to keep things fun for him, and when you're working on it in the summer, you got to make sure that you don't overwork the dog and overheat him. That's this week's training tip. Now back to the hunt. Atta boy, come here. Good dog. When we left Clayton, he was getting into position to take a shot at a doe feeding the food plot. The last couple of years have been pretty rough for Clayton. Not only has he struggled getting to take a deer, but he still has yet to take his first buck.
Just be careful of that crossbar there. Relax and take your time.
Let's take a break from the action and learn another puppy fact brought to you by Soggy Acres Retrievers.
Some Labrador Retrievers are trifactored, which means they can produce lab pups of any of the 3 colors. DNA tests can confirm whether your lab is trifactored or not, but once you know, there's still no predicting how many and what color you'll get in one of their litters. Life with a trifactored lab really is like a box of chocolates, with maybe a yellow or a black thrown in there too.
So we had some bad weather today. It was raining pretty hard. And once it calmed down and the wind calmed down, the deer would probably come right out. And a doe and 2 fawns came out. And the doe was at about 42 yards when I shot it. And it didn't go very far after I hit it, so got some cam meat. Be nice. Doe patrol. Yeah, it went like 40 yards after I shot it and fell over.
This was a great way to kick off our big game hunting at the lodge, as well as put some meat in the freezer. You didn't miss.
Nope.
Coming up on Sporting Dog Adventures, we're going to cook up a great venison recipe in this week's What's Cooking with Kate, and we're going to bring you more action from behind the trigger as Clayton continues his quest to get his first buck. Stay tuned for Sporting Dog Adventures. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a puppy,
Training or want to use one of our stud dogs,
contact us at soggyacres.com.
B&W Trailer Hitches, 100% American made with American steel. Multiple ball sizes, completely adjustable and stows away. The last trailer hitch you will ever need. Soggy Acres Signature Lodge is open for business. Our lodge is located in central Wisconsin with several hundred acres of prime habitat. Book a waterfowl and upland hunt with Jeff Fuller and the dogs of Soggy Acres Retrievers. Hunts at the lodge will be filmed, and our guests will be part of the TV show Sporting Dog Adventures. If you're looking for a relaxing and unique opportunity, book a hunt with us today. The dogs and I would love to share the field with you. For over 60 years, Mech Shooting Sports has been designing, building, and servicing the best shot shell reloaders in the world. Every machine is made with the quality and reliability you expect from Mech products, including the new Clay Target line. The Mech Clay Target machines deliver unrivaled precision and consistency, all at a price you can afford. From the reloading bench to the field, Mech Shooting Sports is the brand you trust. Visit mechshootingsports.com. Here at Soggy Acres, we're long on work, but short on time. When it comes to my lawn, I want to spend more time enjoying it and less time mowing it. That's why I turn to Big Dog. From its handcrafted seat down to its fabricated deck, my Big Dog is quality built right here in the USA. And with an industry-leading warranty and simple maintenance, this dog was bred to work. Make Big Dog part of your family. Big Dog Mower Company. Always loyal, always ready. High Mountain Seasonings. Make the most out of your meat, both wild or domestic. This segment of Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Welcome to What's Cooking with Kate. Kate, what are we cooking today?
We are going to make venison jerky in our Bradley smoker.
It is a pretty easy recipe because we're going to use High Mountain Seasonings.
It's super easy. You have your seasoning, which is what gives it the flavor. You have your cure right in a little package for you, and even a little booklet that has tips and suggestions, and then of course your ratios of meat to cure and seasoning included.
We have 4 pounds of venison that we're going to make into jerky.
And we cut it into about 1/4 inch thick slices. So we're pretty much ready to lay it out, pat it dry, and actually season it.
It was cleaned, it was cut. Now we're just making sure it's dry so that the seasoning sticks to it well.
I am measuring out the seasoning and the cure. So it's 2 tablespoons of the seasoning for this amount of meat, and then 2 teaspoons of the cure. So it's not quite, but you don't have to memorize it or know anything really about it any more than I do. You just use the booklet that comes with it.
Okay, so then
Put the shaker on. Now we're gonna just evenly sprinkle it on the side of the meat and then flip the meat over and sprinkle it evenly on the other side of the meat. And like I said, that's enough for 4 pounds. That's the recipe, if you will, for 4 pounds of meat. We're obviously not gonna use all of it because this is clearly not 4 pounds.
no, we're going to use it later, but we're going to first try our first batch and
See how it goes. And now we're just going to take it and we can put it in a bowl or a baggie and let it sit overnight. 24 hours will do the trick.
we have had it in for 24 hours. We'll grab it out of the fridge now. And what did we do to our rack?
We just brushed a little bit of olive oil on it. We just don't want the meat to stick. You don't need much.
Now we're using a smoker. We've got the setting that we're going to put it on, and that is going to be 200 degrees. And we're going to put it in for how many hours?
About 4.
About 4 hours at 200 degrees. All right, it is done.
It's beautiful. It's exactly how it should be. So the beauty of this treat, of course, is you can put it in bags, store it in your refrigerator, and it'll actually keep for several weeks.
What a healthy snack. That's this week's What's Cooking with Kate.
And now, back to the hunt.
After Clayton's success in early October, he spent the next few weeks trying to put a tag on his first buck. As late November rolled around, he was still hopeful and continued to put in his time. It's opening day of gun deer season in the state of Wisconsin. My family is spread out over our 150 acres. Clayton is on the same food plot he had success in during archery season. He was sitting in a different blind due to a wind change. The weather was windy all afternoon. With about an hour left in the day, the wind died down and the deer started to move. Clay's chance arrived. A small buck stepped out. I'd given him a green light to shoot any buck he saw because he had yet to tag one.
We just shot the deer and we're going out to see it now.
Clay was 2 for 2. After a lot of years trying to tag his first buck, he finally had success.
Eventually, later in the day, towards the last hour or two, the wind died down and a doe came out and made me think, all right, there's some hope here. And then after a little bit, the buck came out to meet with the doe, and I got my first buck. Hope you enjoyed this hunt. Stay tuned for more high-flying adventures.
You know how much we value the QuietKat electric bike to hunt more successfully. Well, they're giving a QuietKat electric bike away, and all you have to do is go to the QuietKat website and click enter to win. And if you don't win, you should just buy one, because QuietKat is a game changer. I've been training dogs since 1998. I love what I do, and I love sharing the incredible results with my clients. Soggy Acres has 23 dog-friendly acres, including 3 ponds, varying cover, plus kennels with both heat and air. Our property and proven training methods prepare the dog and handler as they head for the field. We also offer stud service for your own litters with the dogs you see right here on Sporting Dog Adventures TV. Raise your expectations. Contact Soggy Acres Retrievers. For over 60 years, Mech Shooting Sports has been designing, building, and servicing the best shot shell reloaders in the world. Every machine is made with the quality and reliability you expect from Mech products, including the new Clay Target line. The Mech Clay Target machines deliver unrivaled precision and consistency, all at a price you can afford. From the reloading bench to the field, Mech Shooting Sports is the brand you trust. Visit mechshootingsports.com. When Rommel was approached to accept the role of spokesdog for big dog mowers, he knew it was imperative to do his research. Rommel went straight to the source and personally toured the plant in Kansas. He met the people on the assembly line. He saw the importance of the American quality and pride put into these mowers. Rommel is proud to announce Big Dog as the mower for your family or commercial needs. This message is approved by Rommel, a canine smarter than your average political candidate. This segment of Sporting Dog Adventures is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Training here at Soggy Acres Retrievers, it's all about realism. I need a good training scent that I can put on bumpers and the dog's toys so that they know what they're looking for in the field. The Conquest Bird Down line of scents is what we use here at Soggy Acres Retrievers. We use duck and we use pheasants so that the dogs understand what they're looking for before they hit the field. Because it's wax-based, it adheres to the bumper or the toy or the training item you're using, and you can refresh it every week. This is an actual bird scent, so it is beyond realistic for the dogs. If you want your dog to have a realistic experience, whether they're playing or they're out training, check out Conquest Scents. Simply apply the scent and let your dogs get to work. After Clayton bagged his buck, our crew spent the next couple of days sitting in our stands. For the first few days, the kids, Kevin Turner and I, all sat in our stands diligently. While we were sitting, we all marveled at the amount of ducks and geese that were in the area. After 2 days, the boys had to go back to school. I made a call to good friend Brad Heidel, and Kevin Turner and I decided the duck hunt was on. We were all set up for our morning hunt. We had Kevin, Brad, and Brad's dog Burger in the blind. We had a hard freeze the night before. We had to use the Argo to go out and break the ice due to how thick it was. Once we had that done, we had our hole, and you could tell the birds wanted to come to that open water.
We're working some birds here. They're coming in nice and easy. It seems like they're having to take it slowly when they come in and land, which makes for easier shots, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
So we get the first couple of birds down. I'm filming, Brad and Kevin are hunting, Brad decides that it's too cold for his dog Burger. Really, Brad? So, Kevin decided to be the handler for Brad as Brad went out to fetch the ducks.
We needed a retriever. We have one here, but her owner doesn't want her to get wet.
Do you think he'll pick the bird up in his mouth?
I hope so. Come on, fetch it up. Good boy. Come on. Oh, come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right, we decided we need to get a little motion out here. We had some birds that didn't come in, so we got some motion going, we got a mojo going, we got a swimmer.
Mine got away. We moved some things around and the birds started to work. It must have warmed up because even Burger got a couple of retrieves. I'm sure she appreciated it, Brad. Nice shot. Burger here. Our plan to hunt ducks instead of deer had worked out. Sometimes you have to improvise and you play the hand you're dealt. The great thing about Soggy Acres Signature Lodge is the diversity of the game and the options that you have. Next week on Sporting Dog Adventures, we're off to Kansas. 2 of my boys and I are headed there and we cannot wait to hit the fields. You do not want to miss this upland hunt. Stay tuned for a great hunt from the great state of Kansas next week on Sporting Dog Adventures. Remember to check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This year, our social media contest is only on YouTube. You have to be a subscriber to win. If you're a subscriber, you can get some great prizes from our sponsors. Closed captioning is brought to you by Hadel's Game Calls. Oh, we suck. Although the boys dozed, how is that? Why are these certain words so hard today?